Okay, this is a champion build about Fayne, and most people kind of get her wrong because she does a lot of damage. I mean, if you build her with just strictly attack gear, crit rate, crit damage, but she only hits one thing, and but the one thing she hits, she'll just about knock out every time. But if you build her that way, she's extremely squishy. As you can see, she topped out at 60. She's been fully ascended, and her defense is 727 for the base, and her hit points are only 13k, a little over. That's it. That's all you get. So unless you sit down and you start stacking stuff up on her to make her a lot less squishier. Now, I've got stalwart gear on her for clan boss, but I've got good healers. So they can heal her back up fairly well. Her defense is over 2,500, and I've got a 60% with Black Knight. I've got a 60% always on defense increase, which gets you over 4,000. Once you get over 4,000 in defense, you're good because it flattens out after that, and you can keep on going up with defense, going up, but you don't get much out of it. It tops out about 81, 82%. It mitigates that much damage. So, but after that 4,000, you can go to 5,000. You might get 1% more mitigation. And it just doesn't pay off to go much past 4,000 on your defense. If anything, I wish I had a little bit more hit points on her, but I've got 23, 24, I've got 24k worth of hit points. And but I've also got 220 worth of accuracy. Her resist is low for what I'd like to have, but my Great Hall isn't really maxed out. The crit rate, the crit damage, you don't really care about. You care about the speed. She's up around 200. I wish she was higher. I've got, like I said, I've got stalwart gear on. Stalwart gear will less than 30% of AoE damage. And this is really great for the spider, and it's really great for the clan boss, and that's where I use her mostly at. Now, what she does, we're going to look at her skills, and what she does is you, like when you set her up for the spider or the clan boss, when you set the team up, you want her A3 to hit first, and it'll always be the first thing to hit, because it decreases the defense and it weakens. This will almost double your damage from all your other guys. So if you've got Ninja in there doing 300k worth of damage with that fire hit that he does, which is pretty easy to get, she's doing now. Ninja is going to go to 600k or better. The second thing she's going to use, she requires a lot of books, but the second thing she's going to do, she's going to poison 2 turns for 5%, which helps with the clan boss. It also helps with the dragon. She's not bad in dragon, but she really shines in climb balls, and she really shines in spider. Now, she decreases the attack by 50%, so you're not taking half the damage. And half the damage from the clan boss is huge, because that clan boss, once he gets past 20, he starts scaling about how much damage he's putting out on you. The idea is if you can loop it where you're doing 2 hits to his 1, that's going to be up almost all the time, because until he takes a turn, that other turn that 2 turns that you put the decreased attack on him doesn't go away. So if you can loop him some, it's always up. So you're always taking 50% less damage because of her, and you got 5% poisons, and you can stack 4 of these 5% poisons if you can loop him. And it's hard to loop the clan boss, Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, but you've got, like, I've got Arbiter, and she's got a 30% aura, and that helps speed her up some. But let's take a look at what her, I mean, basically you don't really care about the weapon because you're not looking for the attacks, even though she hits hard. But you look, and I've got a double speed roll. I've got accuracy. I've got to resist. You're looking for that speed, and you're looking for that accuracy and the defense. And so the helmet does that, and this is a nice 6-star helmet, of course. And but I would probably prefer to have the crit damage out for an accuracy here, even. Or I really would have preferred, instead of all this going into this and the crit damage, I would have preferred it went into the speed. Now, you got more defense, you got more crit rate, HP. This is just what I had. And then you've got a defense glove on her, and you've got a defense chest piece on her, and I got speed boots, and that's the highest speed boots you can get is 45. And then you look down here, I've got an accuracy banner, because the accuracy banner is a 6-star one, will give you almost 100 accuracy, which is great. That's what you need. You need about 200 accuracy or better, always, because 20 level dungeons, you're going to need 200 accuracy. Alright, you can get 80 from your Great Hall, but it takes a long time to get the 80 up on all those accuracies. Alright, I got crit damage, but and it could be replaced with an HP one, really. But it's still, if she crits, which is a 63% chance, so 2 out of 3 turns she's going to crit. And when she does, that crit damage, the more you have, the more damage she's going to do. And she does do a lot of damage, like I said. Now, I've got an attack ring. I could have put an HP one on, but it had 2 defenses. And it had an HP in the substats. And that helps a lot. But that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a lot of HP in her, a lot of defense in her, a lot of speed, and you want the accuracy up around 200 or better. Anything else is just pure gravy for her, because you don't want her to die. The worst thing you can do with her is go in there and she drops dead. Unless you've got something like Arbiter that's maxed out and she can pick her up all the time, you do not want her to die at all. Now, she also, on her A1, she has a 35% chance of stealing 5% of the target turn meter. And she hits twice for this. Now, it helps some on the spider, because she will knock the spider's turn meter down some. And but without her and spider, I would not be able to kill the spider as fast as I do. So when you go in, and we're going to just take her through a battle in the spider real quick. And I'm going to slow it down so everybody can see what goes on. But this is Spider 20, and it's the burn team, which will kill the spider extremely fast. Alright, so this is a pure auto team, but Fayne serves a big role in this. Alright, the first thing she's going to do, well, he throws the heal and the poison. The first thing Fayne's going to do is she comes up here and she weakens and she drops the defense. He's going to burn everything. Then look at the damage that Cold Heart did. Cold Heart damage would only be half as much if it wasn't for that weaken and that defense down. Now all the burns are going to sit down and start, and now all the burns are going to sit down and start hitting the spider. Now I'll speed it back up. And the poison doesn't really do much to the spider. The spider is almost immune to the poison. And a lot of times I just beat this thing in under a minute. And it doesn't matter if you got I've got the accuracy up to 220, which is way more you need for the spider. But when she hit with the one that dropped the attack down, it didn't hit, because you got a 3% chance on any debuff not working. But see, the spider is still almost dead, even though I slowed it down. And it usually goes under a minute, because I just slowed it down to show you what was going on. But That's Fayne, and that's how you build her. That's the best way to build her. I mean, I went with the way and left her really squishy and put a lot of attack on her. And yeah, she can kill one thing really quick, but she also dies really fast. And when you go into clan boss, you've got to have her up because you want her up the whole time, knocking that clan boss down. And you want to keep that attack down, you want to keep the defense down, and she works a lot better that way than it does to go with the attack gear because you want all of her debuffs. Her debuffs are some of the best you can have for clan boss. She gives you everything in clan boss that you want. Clan boss is all about, with the skills, it's all about keeping his defense down, keeping him weakened. She does it with one shot. Not many champs do that. Then the next shot she's going to hit, she's going to decrease his attack. And keeping that attack down by 50% less damage that everybody's taking is huge. And then she's not going to steal the clan boss turn meter. She doesn't do that. The clan boss is immune to turn meter manipulation, but she does do that on the spider. And then on the spider, she does the same thing. She drops that defense down, she weakens. And one of the things about her is she's good in Fire Knot. Why? Because her A1 has a two-turn hit, has a two hits. Her A3 has a three-turn. It has a three-time hit. So either one of these will sit down and do multiple hits on the Fire Knot to help break him out. And once he's broke out, if you get the defense down and the weaken down on him, you're going to do double damage on the Fire Knight. And Fire Knight's slow anyway. And then you've got the decreased attack that helps everybody against the Fire Knight. And his turn meter is, you can manipulate it. So, that 5% drop, if it happens, it helps a little bit. It's not like having Cold Heart. Cold Heart is absolutely the best for that. But she's a really good champ for clan boss. She's probably one of the best champs I have for clan boss. I took other ones in, and I've actually took even one that had Ally Protect because the Ally Protect didn't help as much as she did. And why? I mean, because my Ally Protector right now is not booked out. I mean, if Ursa was booked out, she might be as good or better, but she's not booked out, and when you're losing all those turns that the stuff is just not applied, it's not, without those debuffs, you're just not doing the damage. And then a lot of times she does loop the clan boss. And especially when I get to the hard one. And that's the reason a lot of times on hard you'll see I get 60 million points worth of damage. And, because I'm going almost like 55 rounds with her decreased attack and with that extra damage, and it just piles up because of her. But she's a great champ to have. She's a great champ to build. And especially early on, I mean, you're not going to have all the Legos and stuff, and you may not ever get the Legos to sit down that makes a perfect clan boss team. But she can make you a really, really good clan boss team, and she's really good in Spider. With her and basically Cold Heart, and you can throw in a couple of armigers to keep the turn meter down. These, they can do. I mean, you're talking about you've got to do damage, a lot of damage to the spider because the spider will heal itself. And the only way you're going to keep it from healing it is to keep the turn meter down. And she does a little bit of that, but Cold Heart does major more, and so does Armiger. And Armiger is easy to get. He's just an uncommon. You pull him all the time. I just hate building up an Armiger up all the way up to 60. But these things, if you get it where it crits all the time, it knocks the turn meter down by 30%. And and a lot of people use those in Spider, but you can actually kill the spider really fast, really easy with a good burner, Cold Heart, and Fayne. And that's really the basics of making a really great spider team. And and then you have her for a great clan boss team. So she serves two purposes. And Fire Knight, she's not bad. She's fairly good, especially especially if you can keep her alive. She works really well, and Fire Knight also. And those, and let's face facts, Spider and Fire Knight are the two of the hardest dungeons it is. And to have somebody that does really well with that, plus clan boss, she's a great champ. But that's the video, and you guys subscribe, and thanks for watching.